everything that has went on from the moment Shedeur started getting ready to make it to the NFL, to get drafted, to going through the Senior Bowl, the East-West Shrine, all that till now. I'm talking about up until now, they was on that boy back. And guess what? He made it through it all. He made it through it all. He made it. He made it. Yeah. That boy made it through it all, baby. Shador, boy, God was with you. He had to be with you because you went through a whole lot. A whole lot. So, y'all, be glad that my boy made it through. Now we get to see. Now we get to see what he really made of. We get to see what this young man is really made of. Everything has been cleaned. New coaching staff on the offensive side. New head man. Bam. New defensive coordinator. Bam. New old lineman. Bam. About to have new wide receivers. Bam. Got a new tight end we added to the group. Bam. So now, Shedeur made it through all the lies. And I'm talking about through up till now. Like, this stuff was up till now. He made it through all the, we gonna have all these draft picks. Now it don't even matter who they draft. Because we know what they building around. They building around Shedeur. So, okay, cool. We made it through all the free agent quarterbacks who was going to overtake Shedeur. Made it through all that. Made it through all the draft picks that was supposed to be all that and a bag of chips. Now they saying, hey, he still got to make it through some more, but he made it through all what he been through. He ain't got to worry about that going forward. Only thing happening going forward is going to be talk from the outside. Inside, he good. Inside, he good. And then you got the 27 quarterbacks. They going to hype them up, y'all. They going to hype them up. They going to hype them boys up. We going to talk about all that. But, y'all, my boy made it through, y'all. I'm talking about made it through up until, like, recently. Like, and what I mean by recently, I start with this. The free agent quarterbacks. Because that's the most recent. Before I got on, I seen Anthony Richardson. And guess what? They got Anthony Richardson saying he's a good fit for Green Bay. Now, everybody was a good fit for us. Everybody was a good fit. And I kept telling y'all, Shedeur is QB1. Nah. Well, they say this, they say that. I say, no, Shedeur is QB1. It ain't nothing gonna happen. That boy made it through it all, y'all. I'm talking about that's a strong young man that he had to be praying. Daddy got to be praying. Mama got to be praying. Brothers, sisters, uncles, aunties, everybody else, they got to be praying. Because boy, that boy made it through. I'm talking about, boy, they took that boy. And when they say run you through the dirt and the mud, boy, they ran him through that. They ran him through the trash. They ran him through everything you could run him through. And my boy still sitting on top. And listen, he ain't back down either. Shedeur did not back down. Every chance they put that mic in that boy's face every single time. When y'all seen him put a mic in a backup face? They never put that mic in no backup person face. When they put it in Shedeur's, Shedeur was bringing them money, and they were like, yeah, we're going to get that money from him. But at the same time, he was giving them the truth too. Hey, yeah, I get out there and do what I could do. I'm just ready for my opportunity. I'm just gonna work. I'm just gonna work. I don't know when they're gonna give me an opportunity. I'm just gonna work. Yo, my boy made it through all that nonsense. My boy made it. Yo, we gotta put an astro mark. Don't never say this man really a fifth round draft pick. This is a astro mark by however they say it. It got the little stuff around it. Like, hey, uh, we really forced him down there. Honestly, the Browns was gonna get him with the third pick. Yeah, they was. But we told them no. Asterisk, yeah. Yeah. Asterisk. Well, I said asterisk mark. Hey, boy, y'all, hey, that's how much I don't be saying that. But asterisk. That is one we gonna live with. That wasn't no real fifth round pick right there. That was a real first round pick. That was a first round pick. And at anything, if they want to force it down, second round, but fifth round? Come on, man. Shedeur got the whole city standing up, man. The man still been doing everything he been doing from day one. Now it's just that build up that was on his back for no reason. Just like you sitting there saying, why? Why I got to go through this? Why? Now he has made it through. Y'all know how much stronger this man is now? If you can make it through that, I'm talking about, I'm just on the outside watching. They took your money. They dogged your name. They called you dumb. They called you slow. They called you they named every quarterback they could. And my boy had to sit there and take that. Even when he was out there doing his thing, they still had people just running their gator. They running their gator now, but it's just, y'all know how your sum gets smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller. It got so small, Shador stepped out and said, hey, man, y'all, outside noise that's really on that bull jive, don't listen to that. People that's really critiquing me and trying to help me, we could tap into that. Outside of that, y'all don't listen to that. My boy made it through the storm, y'all. I'm talking about that was the longest storm we have ever seen. That thing started at the end of the BYU game, which was end of 24, and made it all the way up to 26 of right now, March the 14th. It went from December the 28th, 2024, up until right now, March the 14th, 2026. Because all the quarterbacks had to get up out the way. Because they said we was taking Malik. They said Kyler Murray. They said everybody but Shedeur. and the Cleveland Browns said, y'all saying everybody but Shedeur. That ain't what we saying. We ain't saying that. We saying Shedeur and get them old linemen and draft them wide receivers. That's what we saying. We saying we could have won 8, 9 games last year. We could have went 7-0 with Shedeur, but okay, before that, we had some games we could have won. We didn't. Now we have opportunity to allow Shedeur to clearly work. So this Shedeur real rookie year, like last year, I don't even know what to call that. I don't know that to call that the uh I don't know what to call his last season. But right now, in this moment, this is his real rookie year. He's finna get treated how a first round quarterback should have been treated. Todd know they building around it. Barry know they building around it. The old lineman know. Listen, everybody try to get in front of that camera and say, yes, I'm very proud to be blocking for Shador or Deshaun Watson. Yeah. Listen, y'all ain't got to be scared, baby. They done signed y'all already. You done got the money. Money in the bank, baby. Money in the bank. So get up there and say what you want to say. Yes, they brought me in here to block. We gonna block like we ain't never blocked before. And Shador finna shine like never before. Mm-hmm. We got Shador real O-line. And everybody was hollering, bring Malik, bring Kyle, bring Tua, Bring somebody but Shedeur. And Barry and Todd on all interviews, all they asking about is Shedeur. Is it gonna be competition? Is it gonna be competition? Is it any competition for Shedeur? And look, they be really want to say, now, who is competition on our squad? Who is this competition on our squad? Deshaun? Man ain't played a full year in the last 3, 4, 5 years. And he was hurt all last year. Okay, that's who's supposed to compete with Shador. Okay. Are you gonna use any common sense? But okay. All right, DG. Do you hear when I talk about DG? All I say about DG is he was elite in college. And I say about Deshaun, he was elite in the past. But I say Shador now. I say when I talk about Shador, I say, oh, that boy got playmaking ability. I say, that boy a starter. That's an NFL starter right there. I say, I tried to draft you, boy. Mm. We hear all that, and then come out on the back end of it. Hey, in the interviews, they say, how you gonna develop Shador? That's who they said. They weren't asking nobody how we gonna rehab Deshaun back, how we gonna get Dink and Don't to a normal quarterback. They ain't saying that. They said, nah. That guy, how you gonna develop him? Because we going places with him. Then Barry say, hold on. Barry got him in front of the NFL Combine and said, hey, did y'all see Chicago Bears? How many games they won last year? 5? With a rookie quarterback? Okay, cool. How many games we won last year? 5? Okay, cool. With a veteran quarterback, got a couple wins. Rookie quarterback got 1 win, but a real rookie quarterback had like 3 wins, but he could have 4 or 5, could have had 7. That's where we going. And y'all seen what we seen. Y'all seen how that went. That was before we made it to the Red Sea. We said, let my people go. They said, no. So we had to send everything we could. They said, no. So Shedeur made it through all that, y'all. All of that. Then you saw the stuff getting brighter. My boy won the first game of the year. See, me, I look at stuff in certain ways. Yes, that game was connected to 2025, but also it was in 2026. So he started off with a win for the year. Then he followed the win up with a Pro Bowl. Then he went to, they had some bounce off passes, got some picks, but then he went to throwing. He would throw it. I said, okay, cool. Now you see him working with Jerry Jeudy. Last year, we ain't even see him work with Jerry Jeudy. Now we seeing him work with Jerry Jeudy. Okay, cool. Now we already know him and Todd, they rolling like that. Now, why are they rolling like that? Because Todd, head coaching debut, is tied to Shedeur, is tied to Barry. It's tied to him calling plays, tied to that offensive coordinator, tied to that quarterback coach. I'm just talking about the offense side. Because the defense, we was good. So when Barry came out and say, hey, we gonna do what the Chicago Bears did, all he's telling you is, we right there. We're gonna do exactly what they did because we got what they got. New head coach, rookie quarterback, need an O-line. We got O-line, they got O-line. Draft wide receivers. Draft the wide receivers. You got Jerry Jeudy, we'll keep him. We'll see if anybody else on the roster we can keep. But we're going to draft some wide receivers. We're going to get some new, fresh minds and go get it. So that's what we did. That's where we at, y'all. We're in a situation right now where Shedeur gets to step out and become everything he want to become. And he spoke it too. Like I tell you, you can't see the words, but when you say the words, you hear the words, it run back through your mind. And now all that stuff start playing. So Shedeur said, I am who they been looking for. Now, what brother you know say that after everything he went through? I'm talking about when they took his face and they just said, eat that dirt, boy. Ham. Eat that dirt, boy. Ham. Kick him in the face. Boom. Kick him in the face. Boom. That boy was taking all that. And then when he got the chance to start, the lady asked him, and he was 100% dialed in serious. He looked right at the camera. I'm everything that they've been looking for. I'm everything that they want. I'm everything that this city been dreaming of. I'm the one that's going to bring change. I'm the one that's going to turn this franchise around. I'm the one that's going to take us to Super Bowls. Despite all that stupid stuff my head coach done, I'm the one they looking for. I'm everything they want. Everything. Every quarterback they drafted, they wanted him to be all that. I'm him. And that boy delivered. Yeah. W. First win out of 17 quarterbacks to get an opportunity. Shedeur step up to the plate and he win. Then he get after the interview and say, I told y'all, I'm everything that y'all been looking for. Then he hit you with this. He hit you with the reality of it. Wait till I get that real off season. I ain't even had a real off season. Y'all saw what they did to me. They treated me like I was the worst thing that hit the league. They treated me like I was the worst thing hit the league. And now I got the opportunity to do what I got to do. Yeah. So it's a wrap now, y'all. It's a wrap. The Browns have their QB1. They have spoken while saying it in every way possible without directly saying it, but they basically have, in other words, directly said it. So they done directly, indirectly, and they have showed you with every action they could. We didn't see not one quarterback. We ain't sniffed not one quarterback. We ain't sniffed not one quarterback. But the media, who supposed to be rocking with you, who supposed to be in your corner saying what's the best thing for the team, they lying. Malik Willis, yeah. Oh, Malik not happening. Okay. Kyler Murray, yeah. Oh, Kyler not happening. And then Rich said, yeah, he might go to Green Bay. Dog, what we gonna say? Who else out there? Tua, no, God, dog it. Daniel Jones, Daniel Jones resigned. Dog. Uh, who else out there? Anybody? Oh, okay. All right. I know obviously they got all old linemen. Obviously, they need a left tackle. And they need a rookie wide receiver. We gonna say Ty Simpson. Yeah. Ty Simpson. Yeah. We finna link Ty Simpson up with with Carnell Tate. Ty Simpson. Yeah. Okay. Now, how many stars Ty Simpson had in college? Because Shador started 12 to 13, 12 to 13, 12 to 13, 12 to 13. They got that? How many got? Just one season? Shador got what? What? When did he had a running quarterback in front of him that he could never start over? And that quarterback went to Seattle, and that quarterback never started this year? Oh. But he supposed to beat Shedeur out? Oh, okay. So, hey, it is what it is, y'all. It is what it is. Y'all, we done made it through everybody. We done made it through everybody. Now, is it some veteran quarterbacks still out there? Yes. Could we take a veteran? Possibly. But if we took a veteran, y'all already know what it's for. The veteran is for mentoring Shedeur. The veteran is also for, just in case this son ain't ready, we got a veteran quarterback behind Shedeur. So that's all this is. Because get what? They ain't studying no DG. They not studying DG, y'all. So that's where we are at right now with this whole situation. We are looking at a team that said, y'all could say whatever y'all want, but we're going to tell you up front what we're doing, and you could take that for whatever you want to take it for. That man said the Chicago Bears, these folks was hollering quarterbacks. This man said he loved what the Bears did with that old line, with veterans, trades, draft. He loved that. These folks saying draft that quarterback, that quarterback, that quarterback. Come on, man. You gotta stop. You gotta stop. You gotta stop. You gotta stop. So now we sitting here and Shador has made it through all of that. Now it's his time. Now it's his time. Now it's his time. This is his opportunity to just, boy, I'm talking about tat a league up. Tat a league up. And Barry can sit in that booth and or wherever Barry sit at, run down at the end of the game, hug him and tell him, thank you. I always believed in you. You know that, boy. You know that. I went and got that O-line for you. I got the O-line for you. I got them rookie wide receivers for you. Yeah. I got QJ and Selfson last year for you and the other running backs for you. I got Harold for you. I built this thinking about you the whole time. Ask your daddy when we had that meeting and we sat there for hours with your daddy. The Giants walked out. They lied on you. They lied on you. We gonna scrub the ground. Let me say scrub the ground. Hey, we gonna wax the Giants. Believe that. The people done switched out, but them top people ain't. We gonna wax the flow with them. We gonna wax the flow with them. And when we get to Atlanta, we gonna beat the brakes off of ATL. ATL, Shawty, yeah, boy, we gonna beat, Kevin, boy, we gonna stomp the yard with you, boy. Boy, we gonna stomp the yard with you. Yeah. We gonna stomp the yard with you. I love Shedeur. Man, you ain't tell this man you loved him. You never told this man you loved him while you was there. Not publicly. Every time they used to ask you, I'm not talking about Shedeur. Next question. Matter of fact, you didn't even say Shedeur. I ain't speaking about that. That ain't even on my mind right now. That ain't even on my mind. That ain't on my mind right now. Ain't on your mind. They talk about Shedeur every day, boy. You know what? I know they was mad. They thought they was gonna make Shador look bad by having the completion stats every day. They thought they was gonna have the completion stats every day and say that Shador was like 30% and Joe Flacco and Kenny Pickett and DG and Tyler Huntley was all better than Shador. But it turned out he had the best percentage ever. I said, God, dog. Then they started out, we're going to go ahead and get ready for the draft. Arch Manning, you're that guy, baby. Arch Manning coming in here in 26. We're drafting a quarterback. Arch Manning, they thumped Arch Manning in the first couple games. Boop, boop. And they quiet down on Arch. They say, well, Sellers, you the man. Boop, boop. They say, Fernando and Moore. Boop, boop. Oh, goodness. Oh, goodness. What we gonna do? What we gonna do? And then now they back to Ty Simpson. But y'all, at the end of the day, it's your door, man. It's your boy. Hey, y'all. It's amazing that we are here. Shedeur went through it all. Barry came back, and Todd and them came back, and they supplied us with so many old linemen. Then they kicked out old linemen. They kicked out old linemen. They say, boy, you got to get your hat, your coat, and walk on out the door, because you won't be coming back. They say, nah. We gonna get some real dudes that really want to block. So if somebody go down, we got some other dudes ready. They ready. They ready. So left tackle, we waiting on that. But we gonna make it work. Best believe we're gonna make that work. Now out of all them guys they got, somebody can get that left tackle spot. They can get that left tackle spot. But we gonna draft. Now, y'all, I'm hearing all this stuff about you're gonna hear terms of reaching. Reaching in the draft. If we draft a Georgia lineman, we're reaching. Um, we never even brought the Georgia old lineman in for a top 30, y'all. That don't mean we won't. I don't believe he's came in for a top 30. I can't want you and don't bring you in. Unless that's a new secret way of doing things. But maybe Todd know Georgia so much that he can rock with them. But y'all, they haven't brought in. Only old lineman I seen come in on top 30 was Markel Bell from Miami. He's a left tackle. So if they get if they get the old lineman from Georgia, cool. He had left tackle, cool. I just know I only seen Bell. And I have seen wide receivers and I have seen Ty Simpson. So if we get Ty Simpson, I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. Ty got the backup role. And it might be backup role. So we good, y'all. We good. Don't let this stuff scare y'all, man. I've been telling y'all we was good. I kept telling y'all he's officially QB1. Everybody like, where you heard that from? Where you heard that, man? They telling you. They keep telling everybody. They show you. They tell you. They operate in it. They could have drafted. They could have had two rookie head coaches. They said, Barry said, no, sir. I ain't got time for this rookie stuff. I ain't got time for the rookie head coaches. I need a head coach who done been a head coach before, who done been with some big time ballers, not these rookies. I can't put my hat on that right now. We put our hat on Kevin one time. We ain't doing that no more. We ain't going with no up and coming. Y'all might turn into something, but we ain't doing with no up and coming no more. I need somebody that done something, that done transformed the situation, that done been through some things, that know how to develop a lot of players, that know how to make an offense match. We just put it in the pot, baby. Put it in the pot. Now I ain't never ate gumbo, but and what I have heard about gumbo is there's a lot of stuff in there, and you make it work. So they making it work. So that's where we at with that, y'all. Um, that's where we at. But let me see what y'all talking about. Faith, you say you ain't cool with Jerry Judy or Joel hanging around. It's a whole new situation going on, so they got to come with it. They gonna come with it. Charlie, nah, I ain't never had it. I don't really eat too much outside of like pizza, chicken strips, chicken. Well, I know chicken strips, chicken, but you know the real chicken too. Lasagna, cheese sticks, hamburgers, hot dogs. I'm pretty much a kid when it comes to eating. Deanna, you say JJ need to go? Mm, if he can be successful like he was at one point in his career with the Browns, minus the drops, keep him. But we going rookie wide receivers. Kathy, you say Shador will take control. It's time for Shador to shine. Oh, yeah. He been the roll call this year. He been the roll call. That boy finna roll call. Miss Claire, you say, so do we trade down or pick at 6? If they go with Cardinal Tate, nobody ain't gonna feel they reaching. If we go for that left tackle, everybody gonna feel we reaching. But to me, my thing is, if you're gonna get drafted in the first round, period, what does it matter that they picked you number 1 if they truly need you? Period. What else I supposed to pick? If I need you, if that's what I need, and that's the best thing man, it is what it is. It just depends on where they value that left tackle at from Georgia. Uh, well, I gotta see what that boy name is. 'Cause I know Marquise Bell or Markel Bell, but let me see that old lineman from Georgia. Because that's who they keep hyping up. Now, that don't mean he ain't that guy, but that's just who they keep hyping up the most. Let me see his name. I think it's Freeling. Monroe Freeling. Monroe Freeling. He the guy that they talking about. So he is, I want to say, anywhere from 6'5" to 6'7", something like that. But Georgia in this book, now he must have balled out, but he doesn't have that many stars. That's the only thing about it. I don't believe he got that many stars. Now he was a junior. I don't know if he a red shirt junior or a true junior. So if you're a true junior, you're a true junior. If you're a red shirt junior, you're a senior in the book where you've been there for 4 years. But they didn't even talk about him in the book. Like they got him as a starter, but they ain't got him in that like highlighted old lineman. Now let me go to Miami and see do they have that one lineman that we looking at. Do they got him highlighted? They might not have him highlighted either. Yeah. Markel Bell, he's a senior. Let me see if they talk about him in the old lineman stuff. Nah, they don't talk about him either. But Markel Bell is in a heavy, running a lot. So he in a run offense. So they brought him in on the top 30. And we supposed to bring a wide receiver, that wide receiver from Indiana, Cooper from Indiana. We supposed to bring him in on a visit. Hold on, let me see where he at. Indiana wide receiver. Hold up. Indiana wide receiver. What that boy named Cooper. Let me see what Cooper did. They had Omar Cooper. I looked at his stats. His stats was all right, but this past year was his best year. This past year was his best year. So we're gonna see what he do. We're gonna see what he do. Um, it is what it is. It is what it is. Yeah, FD him too. The other wide receiver, Elijah. Black, you say those are our draft picks, first round 6 pick and the 24th pick, second round the 39th pick, and the third round the 70th. Them first 4 picks, y'all, those are huge picks. Your first round to third round, they supposed to see the field. First and third supposed to see the field. Um, it depends on them when they get there, because they might not be like that. Hey, X, appreciate it. Appreciate it. Yeah, it all depends on how they do, but yeah. Hopefully we do the right thing. Just girl, you say my thing is if you get drafted in the first round, I'm expecting you to play day one. Correct. So our wide receiver, day one. I think our first 4 picks, wide receivers definitely got an opportunity to start. Our first round old lineman, we're gonna need him to start, but that don't mean he will start. Because Georgia lineman, Monroe Freeling, uh, he don't have a lot of stars on his belt. That don't mean he can't come in and learn and handle it and be ready. He ain't seen a whole lot. And then when you at Georgia, you one of the top teams in the country. So it ain't like you lacking anything. But we got some veteran old linemen. I don't know how hard it is to play left tackle, but I'm feeling good that we're gonna make something happen. D, you say Lemon ran with speed and strength in that pro day. Look heavy foot. He did. He did look like he was but I think Carnell Tate and Tyson have made themselves clearly 1A, 1B, and then you got Lemon to be next. And then David Boston somewhere in there, and Cooper They say Cooper is making a run up. So you just got to see how it all play out. You got to see how it all play out. I'm thankful either way it goes because I know we're gonna end up with Tate, Tyson, Boston, or Cooper. Because we bringing in Cooper for a visit. Matter of fact, we didn't even bring in Dave Boston. So we looking at Tate, Tyson, and Cooper right now. They're the 3 wide receivers I have heard of. Checking out. Charlie, you say don't sleep on KC. I'm not. I'm not. But we ain't brought him in yet. That don't mean we won't draft him, but we ain't brought him in. Charlie, you say NL lineman we pick in the first 2 rounds, we'll probably need to start. You want him to start? But we done brought in some old linemen who like that. We done brought in some old linemen who can move around. So you just got to see how that goes. CA, you say, Colin, how you feel about the Browns losing Jerome Ford? He was good because we got like 4 running backs. He would have made 5. If we had 4 running backs. Now, did he do well with us? Yes. But we got 4 running backs that's ready. Hit. Boy, we can hand that ball off all day. Hey, Money Man. Hey, what's happening, boy? What's happening? You say got time there. You said Ty Simpson talking about he hopes Cleveland. Well, that's because that lady brought that to him. I feel like, see, like you could have had me, Money Man, or any of the boys really interview somebody, and we'll talk the real. We ain't gonna throw no Cleveland on them because I don't care if Cleveland brought you in. I don't feel you can start over Shedeur. You know you can't start over Shedeur. So I ain't gonna do you like that. I take you to some teams that need quarterbacks. This team looking at you, that team looking at you. How do you feel going to the league with only a few people talking to you? I mean, like you only got a few years, you got only 1 year up under your belt start. How you feel with that, knowing that the stats against you? Now, I ain't saying you can't beat the odds, but they stacked against you. So that's how I kind of be talking to them. We ain't gonna get on there and say, yeah, so how you feel about Cleveland and you and Tate getting together? Like, wow, y'all will be amazing. Like, boy, you can come, boy, bring yourself to Cleveland. You gonna be holding that chalkboard or that clipboard, looking at Shador. Great throw, Shador. Woo, Shador good. Hey, that boy good. Yeah. I probably ain't seeing the field here. I gotta shine in the preseason, and I gotta shine if he come out the game and I get to get an opportunity to get in. I ain't gonna be able to get out there with him. That this boy is for real. Now, one thing about it, y'all, everybody got eyes. When you get out here and you get out here and be playing, you know for a fact if you like that or not. Everybody know. So, yeah. Got time there, you say Ty Simpson was underthrowing deep balls in the come out. Well, it kind of go like that sometimes because you operating with somebody new. But we don't see him. Money Man, you say, got a show. Hey, get it. Hey, appreciate you, boy. Faith, you say, right, they know they can't start over 12. Correct. Yeah. They can't start over, man. They can't, it's nobody. Like, if we saw every name that was out there and the Browns didn't want him, Malik was the hottest name out. He was the quarterback that was going to set the bar for everybody else. Him and Daniel Jones. They just didn't know what Daniel Jones was going to do. So when Daniel Jones got signed back, the next one was Malik. Malik said, boy, Cleveland, y'all can have that. I'm finna go down here to these Dolphins where the coach already know me, where the head man rocking with me, where he done seen me 2 years, he know what I'm about. Yeah. I, I ain't rolling like that. I'm sliding with him. I ain't coming up there to hear no Shador every single day. No. Listen, y'all, ain't no quarterback want that. It's hard to go in a situation where they don't want you. Like, they might bring you in, but they don't want you. So whatever quarterback comes, you know your role. If we get a free agent quarterback, he is a backup and a mentor. If we get a draft pick, he is development. Yo, history already showed if we do get Ty Simpson, that boy is a development guy. Now they were trying to throw development on Shedeur. He ain't need no development. That boy got out there with no nothing and went to just he. Yeah. We don't need nothing, baby. We good. We good. Um, but yeah, them boys good, man. Uh, Todd, you said D Jones just need to stay healthy. He could be very useful and good for Cleveland. He can, but you got to be available. That's the whole thing about this. Can you be available the whole time? Like we let linemen go. Cat, cat, letting them go. Just girl, you say Malik made the right decision, and when and if they do, and Cleveland media yapping, I don't want to see nobody repeating it. Well, you know, I don't never say nothing about them. I'll never say nothing about that stuff because I have figured out I love ball so much and watch it so much and follow it so much. It ain't too much could come out that I ain't seeing. So I don't need nobody else's opinion. I got my own eyes. So, but I know people get into that because I know that man. They talked about that man a lot, boy. That was the whole talk. I say, boy, it seemed like if you bring drama, you just go through. But I ain't with that drama like that. I'm with the truth. Like, if I thought Ty Simpson was like that, I'd tell y'all. Uh, but the odds stacked against him. No matter where he goes, he has to get developed because he only had like 15 stars. I need a quarterback at least with 3 years starting, 3 to 4. Bare minimum, bare minimum too. Like, listen, y'all, I'm telling y'all, Arch Manning, I I don't know if he's gonna turn into what we want him to turn into. I'm following it because I want to see what he do, but I don't. He has to turn into that. He has to turn into that guy. So everybody hyping Arch Manning, they already making him number 1 for next year draft. I hear all them people talking about, well, this year we could just focus on Shador, and then next year they can go for the draft. Man, it's it's funny that people just do and say whatever they. But listen, if you got a mic in your face, you get to choose what words come out your mouth. You get to choose if you believe what you believe, or if you saying it in a way to get your ratings up, or you saying it in a way because they forcing you to say it that way. It's all on you. See, me, I feel like the real true quarterback, they're gonna really have to look at. They're gonna have to look at that Ole Miss quarterback Trinidad. He's that boy good. He did it at D2 and D1. But I like that he coming back because, well, I hope I know everybody saying why he ain't go to the league. Man, you already getting paid league money. But if you could run it back and get that year 2 up under your belt in the SEC, that's gonna be a blessing for him. Okay, cool. I like them two. Well, I like him. And then I like uh Darian that transferred to Miami. That boy fit, yeah, Tim. He finna shine, y'all. That quarterback, they're not saying it, but I'm saying it for y'all because I don't want y'all to hear all the lies about Arch Manning number 1. No. We Arch Manning because it's family. When we got done with that Ohio State game, nobody went hollering Arch Manning. Now did Arch Manning start getting to get together towards the end of the year? Yes. But can he really put it together and give us, like him and Steve Sarkisian, they got to make something work, or Arch really went like that. Okay, cool. So those 2 quarterbacks, Trinidad at Ole Miss and Darian at Miami, those are some very good quarterbacks. My next quarterback, I would say, um, me get my book to make sure I'm looking at the right guys. My next quarterback, oh, hey, I kid you not. Now, old boy, good. Ohio State quarterback, Julian Sayin. He is good. That young man is good. Got a great completion. Like, this man almost completed, I want to say, he was at 77 completion rate, y'all. He's going to look even better this year because he had that year up on his belt. So now this year, he going to really be feeling good. Like, boy, what? So them three quarterbacks that I really like, they should be the first three come off the board. But you never know based on how Arch Manning do and the hype that y'all see how hype do. Y'all see Mendoza finna get drafted first, #1 overall. And you and I know, and if you don't know, I know. He ain't like that. Like, he's a player, but he went to, look at this, y'all. I'm gonna read to you so you'll know what Indiana do. Indiana, before Mendoza even touched the field, this is what they said. Indiana set a single season record with 72 touchdowns. That was with a quarterback that transferred from Ohio University. Let me say that again. Ohio University, not Ohio State. This boy transferred from Ohio Bobcats, not Ohio State. That's who Curt Cignetti used. A group of 5 quarterback, y'all. Then he took Mendoza. So it ain't the quarterbacks, it's Curt Cignetti's offense. So Mendoza finna go first round, and the Raiders, they lugged up. They lugged up. They got all these free agents because Max left and Max came back. So they got all the free agents plus Max. So the Raiders might be good this year. The Raiders might be good. Now, how good will Mendoza be? I don't know. Because the NFL is so silly. I don't understand why they would draft him. I don't understand. Yeah, Selmo, I know they ain't no slouch, but that ain't, nobody was thinking about that quarterback. But he got put on the map with Curt Cignetti. So now the quarterback Curt Cignetti got this year, Josh Hoover. Now that boy like that. Josh Hoover, matter of fact, Josh Hoover gonna run up that ladder. Josh Hoover is gonna run up that ladder, y'all. And y'all know Cincinnati quarterback that transferred to Texas Tech. They show him all that love, but I don't rank him that high like that. I don't rank him that high like that. So we're finna watch the draft, and the draft hyped up Mendoza. And now Mendoza is gonna be the #1 pick. And when they look at Mendoza's history, they know he ain't really like that. But they're gonna take it because he went to Cignetti and just, had an amazing year. But if I'm the Raiders, I'm going to hold up. I'm looking at the next year draft like, nah. Josh Hoover was like that at TCU. He's still like that. Miami quarterback, Darian, was like that at Tulane and Duke. It's another quarterback who out there, y'all. He good too. I forgot that boy's name. I don't know where he at. He might be at Duke now. Because it was a quarterback left Duke. Matter of fact, did he go to, I think he transferred to Oklahoma. Y'all, what's crazy is FIU got a quarterback that's good. That really could make a come up, but it's just where he at. They ain't gonna be able to. So, y'all, the Raiders getting played. Y'all watch. Remember I told y'all last year the NFL do what they want to do? Well, last year the NFL did whatever they wanted to do to what's my boy name? They treated Shedeur like trash, but that ain't who I was thinking about. And this year they're making uh they're making Mendoza #1. They forced that Because before that, Mendoza was not the quarterback. Mendoza was not the one that everybody said was that boy. He was not that guy. But because all the winning, and he had Indiana, and they won it all, and he got the Heisman, he's that guy. So we get to see the NFL in real time lie and treat a first round quarterback like trash, and then force a quarterback to be that boy. So you got one quarterback that is that boy, and they made him trash, and you got a quarterback that's okay, that should not be first round. Maybe he's I don't know what round he really is, y'all. He ain't the number one pick, but he will be the number one pick. But put it like this: Mendoza's the number one pick, but Shedeur was fifth round. Let's say that again. Mendoza is finna be the number one pick, but Shedeur went to the fifth round. Maybe that should be vice versa. But it is what it is. That's how the NFL works. Sarah Moore, you say what I think about the quarterback that went to Texas Tech. They hyping him up, but when I looked at his stats compared to everybody, Keys, hey, it's almost our birthday, boy. Uh, when I looked at his stats, I was like, why they made him all that? And I couldn't understand that. But hold up, maybe he's 6'5" or something. Maybe he's 6'5", and the Miami quarterback not 6'5". Let me see. Because it got to be a reason they hype that boy. Because sometimes size be in it. They like, oh, he's 6'5". He could run, he could throw. He's so amazing. Like, bro, like in this book right here, they got Arch Manning was first team offense. Why? How? Now I went with the narrative too, because it was just so strong. But now when I sit back and really, really look at it, man, they had all the quarterbacks they had. K. Klubnik from Clemson. He ran a 4.5 the other day. Ain't nobody talking about him. Garrett Nussmeier. His dad, an offensive coordinator in the NFL. He's gonna be amazing at LSU. Now I think he got hurt, so we don't know what his real situation looked like. Where's that wide receiver at? Trying to see what his size was. I think that boy got to be about 6'5", yo. Now y'all know somebody who I like, but if we did have to draft a quarterback, like just for our benefit, I don't know how good he's gonna be in the NFL, but I like that he got some years up on his belt. I like Carson Beck, y'all. I do like Carson Beck. He done been through a lot. I like him. Oh, hold on. I don't think they're gonna show me that quarterback size. Nope, they ain't showing me size. What did he do in 24? Let me see what he did in 24. And y'all look. Mm, I they hyping him up, the Cincinnati quarterback. When I looked at all the stats to it, it just didn't look like he was when I looked at all the stats compared to all them boys, he went up there like that. He was up there, but not like that. He ain't make me see him like Ohio State quarterback was up there. Miami quarterback, that's the now Miami quarterback up there. Trinidad up there. Them boys like that. Them boys like that. Jay Nicole, you say cocky. Monet, you say be talking junk. I'm cool with it. Miss Kate, you say 41 times Mendoza got sacked that Kyle. Well, you know, that could be on a bad offense line. You see, this year, he probably didn't get sacked like that. So if they build around Mendoza, he's gonna be solid. I don't know if he's gonna be like, woo-wee. I don't know if he's gonna be like that. Um, yes, you said the fact that Shador shine even with the yes. Even with all the odds stacked against him, makes him great and QB1. Why won't they talk about that old line issue he had? They won't. But Todd them made sure they got that old line right. They said, nah. So they showed us how they feel about Shedeur. Jay, we appreciate it. Um, you say you still mad with that prank call? Well, we'll get the tag. Oh, that's another reason why we want to beat the brakes off Atlanta. Beat the brakes off of them. Just girl, you say no because he had a good O line in Indiana. He can't play well with all the pieces. See, that boy transferred in there and a whole life changed. Sometimes you make the right decision and your whole life change. Now, once you get to the league, that's a different ball game. See, now, if he would have been balling like Joe Burrow balled out his senior year, now Joe Burrow was the guy. Now, Joe Burrow first year at LSU, I was like, I don't know. Joe Burrow's second year was like, whew. Now, Mendoza had to come out because of the hype and the money, and you can't go higher than number one. But if Mendoza had some sense, he would have came back. If Mendoza was really trying to be the best he could be, he'd have came back. Now then we could have seen how he grown. But they say forget that. They say forget that. That boy had got up out of there. Charlie, you saying that's the team that Dion built with Vic later on the course. With what that? With Atlanta? I think he was going. He was long gone before that. Tiff, you say the Bengals signed the QB2. Does that mean Flacco is? Oh, Flacco. Who they signed? Who they signed? Hey, y'all better keep an eye on Joe Flacco going to. We ain't worried about Joe Flacco. Joe Flacco come to us, he ain't starting. But guess what? Todd won't even bring him back. But Joe Flacco, it's he could go to the Raiders. I don't know who else need a quarterback. I know the Raiders need a quarterback, a veteran quarterback. So he could go to the Raiders. And he could be the bridge. They signed a 40-year-old quarterback. Oh, and not Joe Flacco? Mm. And now, hey, don't trip now. If Aaron Rodgers don't come back, Joe Flacco might go there. Joe Flacco could go to the Raiders, the Steelers if Aaron Rodgers don't come back. I thought Josh Johnson signed with the Commanders. Oh, Monet, you say Kirk Cousins to the Raiders? Oh, Aiden Carnell. Black, you say you ain't a fan of Joe Flacco? Well, when he went to Cincinnati, that boy putting on. Put on for your city. Ruby, you say with the right protection, Joe got some juice. Correct. Now imagine you get the right protection, which we got now with Shedeur. Woo-wee. Woo-wee. Yeah. We gonna ball. Jack, you say Mendoza, great business. Yes. That boy life changed. Oh my goodness. Y'all, I'm telling you, when God allowed, when God say, hey, you need to make that decision right there. Now I made decisions come on. But when he hit me with that next move, that like woo, like you can't lose situation. Like you gotta work hard once you get there. See, Mendoza's gonna have to work hard once he get there. Like he gonna have to work. Work. But at the end of the day, y'all, I was looking at it. If you determined and you locked in and you focused and you believe in yourself, you believe that God positioning you could win. Like, do I think Mendoza is better than Tim Tebow? I want to say yes. As in, I think his throwing motion and stuff is better. It's like Tim Tebow had some kind of way he was throwing it. It was like, boy, that ain't gonna work. So I think Mendoza is better than Tim Tebow. And Tim Tebow took the team to the Broncos to the playoffs. So if Tim Tebow can go first round, any quarterback can go first round. I'm gonna say that again. Tim Tebow should have been a 6 or a 7 round draft pick. I don't care what you saying. They know that boy wasn't no NFL quarterback. Undrafted free agent. That is a strictly college gifted quarterback. NFL, no. But since they drafted him first round, Mendoza might as well be the number one pick. So, Charlie, you say as a thrower, Mendoza is better than Tebow? Tebow got the resume. Yeah, Tebow got a resume, but Mendoza got one too now. You got a Heisman, I got a Heisman. You got a chip, I got a chip. So, like, think about it. Kyler Murray. Yes, he got drafted, but why was he even drafted in the first round? Why? Why? It just is what it is, y'all. Hey, but look, y'all, blessings to y'all. I just want to ride out with y'all a little bit. Um, I will be back on. I want to come back on later today. We finna rip and run, rip and run. But hey,